Hi, this is Tim here from ZT Comic Videos, and today I will be giving a review on Batman, issue number 15, Death of the Family. Batman issue number 15 is amazing. The cover is of Batman's head, and Joker is kneeling inside his brain. It starts out with Batman talking about the Joker, saying, "Look into his eyes, and tell yourself he's just a man. Tell yourself he can't know the things he says he does. He can't know your fears, but he has Alfred. He has your friend, and his eyes." It goes on, but mainly it's just talking about how he has no emotion. When he has fear, anger, and hatred, his eyes don't close. When he has love and emotion, his eyes don't open. And now it switches on to the end of Batman 14, and the Joker saying, "I know who you are under those little masks. I know who everyone is. Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, Red Robin. I know who everyone is." And Batman's like, "No, you don't. You don't know nothing, Joker." And then Harvey Bullock comes in with a helicopter and 4 cop cars. And Batman says, "Leave them alone, Joker. This is between you and me." And the Joker says, "Exactly my thoughts." And he goes on his phone and says, "Light 'em up, boys." And Joker has men in the trees, and the men in the trees blow up the cop cars and the entire helicopter. Now, my friend at the comic book store said that he thinks that Harvey Bullock died in this explosion. I don't know if that's true yet. And then after that, Batman breaks through Joker's wires and goes through flames and pops out and smacks Joker right in the face with a flaming fist. Joker falls to the ground and says, "Shut up, Joker." And Batman grabs Joker by his neck, and Joker puts something into Batman that makes him just stand still and says, "Toxin?" "No." That's what Batman says. And then the Joker, he just talks about how he's having a party, and obviously the butler at the party would be Alfred. And Joker kicks Batman into the water, and that's the end of it. And then Batman has a dream where he wakes up and all 4 Robins and Batgirl there without their mask on or everything. It's like everything's okay. Joker's locked up, Alfred's fine, and everything's okay. And then it flips it to the next page, and Bruce Wayne, who just woke up, says, "Alfred?" And it's just Alfred standing there saying, "Morning, Master Bruce." And his face is cut off and put back on as like the Joker face, where it's attached to his face with like strings, and he has green hair. And then he says, So good to see you up and about, and among your dear, dear family." And the Joker pulls out a hatchet. Alfred pulls out a hatchet and slices it right across Bruce's face. And then Bruce wakes up from the dream in the Batman costume and says, "No!" And just breathes really heavily. Oh, that's my guess. And then it's standing right in front of him are Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Damian, and Batgirl. And they're saying, "We need to talk, Bruce." And Batman talks to them. And now, Batman didn't tell his family about what happened to the Alfred yet. And they're all really close to him, so it's kind of important. And they find the footage of Joker beating Alfred. And they say, "Can you explain this?" And then Batman says, "I told him for your own good. I didn't want you to go insane, just attack the Joker right away." And then they get into a fight, and Batman says, "Let me explain." And he explains about one of their first battles, not long after the reservoir. And the flashback is of Batman and Joker fighting on a blimp, because Joker's trying to poison the bay. This fight has been replayed in lots of animated movies, animated TV shows, like Joker's poisoning the bay and everything. And so they bring this up again, and they say Batman knocks Joker into the bay and cleans up the bay before they get all the gas cells out of the water and everything. And when Batman went back to find the Joker, he couldn't find him. And he says he's starting to understand the Joker. This is one of the first times he met the Joker. He says, I'm starting to understand him. He's different from everyone else. He wants to be different. He does anything to make his point. And Nightwing and everyone interrupts Batman in the middle of his story, but he keeps on going. And he mentions how he was really tired. He goes right back in his Batboat to the Batcave and goes right upstairs and go to bed. So when he wakes up the next morning, he finds a playing card with the Joker face on it. And he doesn't know how he got in there, how it got there. And the card is actually a replica of the one that is hanging up in the Batcave. And it's the same one hanging up in the Batcave. And then everyone's like, so how did Joker get in? And Batman says he didn't. The card must have flew there or had some device to get there. And they're saying he had to get in. Maybe he got in. Maybe that's how he knows our names. And now they're just getting into a huge argument about how Batman was only saying that story to explain that the Joker was different, but everyone else took it differently. And they're saying, well, maybe it's maybe he does know our names. And Batman's like, no, the Joker does not know who we are. It's just a plot to scare us. But maybe it's true, and everyone disagrees for Batman. And they're all like, wait, but maybe that's why Joker just released one of Nightwing, not Dick Grayson's villains. And then Batgirl's like, wait, but maybe when he came into my father's house, and Batman interrupts saying, no, Barbara, don't. This was after your father. And then they're saying, well, maybe Red Hood says, maybe the Batcave isn't so secure. And then he says, no, it's secure. The only way Joker could have gotten in is if he stayed on the back of a boat going 55 miles per hour for 4 miles, and not even I could do that. So Batman just refuses to say that the Joker got into the Batcave, or even how the card got there. And he just says, okay, you guys can stay here. And then that just ends it for there. And then Batman has a lead on the Joker, because the Joker, during one of the first issues of Death of the Family, Joker had a call up in the Ace Chemical plant. He had to call someone, but he didn't want to call to make sure Batman couldn't find him. He used a random person's cell phone, and that cell phone he used was a worker who worked at Arkham Asylum. And he tracked down the worker who let Joker use his cell phone and broke through his window in the middle of them eating dinner with his family and says, we have to talk, don't we? And the guy says, I had nothing to do with it. He said he'll kill my family. He's been watching us, Batman. Please, watching us all for a week. And then Batman says, and you and who else? All of us from work, the guy says. So the Joker's been watching the guards in Arkham Asylum and torturing them, whoever has families. So the Joker is basically torturing people in Arkham Asylum. And then the last page is about going back to the very beginning about how is the Joker truly a man? Is he just a psychotic freak? And then it just says, it's Batman walking into Arkham Asylum. And it just says, prove it to yourself. Stare back at him. Into those damn eyes. Stare them until he flinches. Until you see them work like human eyes. Until you see the pupils change. It happens to all of a sudden. Just a tiny shift. But there it is. You stare back and you see it. The smallest flicker in the pupils. But still. And you stay back to yourself. See? Beneath it all, he's just what you thought he was. A man. And ignore the fact that what you saw, those tiny pupils, was expand. Expand for you after you stare back long enough. Ignore the fact that what you saw, those black points expand with, was love. So, they're saying that Joker, he's not who you think he is. He's just a person. He's just psychotic. He's saying Batman is going to stare in the Joker's eyes until all his pupils do grow or get smaller. And when they do grow, that means he will have love. And he will be truly a man. So that's very deep right there. And the next issue is called The Castle of Cards. And then the backup story, the story right after it, is called Red Light, Green Light. starring the Joker and the Riddler. Now, the artwork for this is not the same as normal. It's a lot different. It's a lot more bigger and more. It's a lot different. I didn't really like it, and it's just showing that the Riddler is in a cell, telling the guard a joke, or telling the guard a Riddler. Sorry. The Riddler is telling the guard a riddle, and the guard just turns around crying, saying, "He said he'll rip out my girl's throat, Mr. Riddler. He said he'll make me eat it." And the Riddler says, "Who said that?" And he gets interrupted, saying, "Oh no, Chuck, get over here. We need help. Oh God, it's crushing me." And it's outside the cell are 4 guards carrying a 2-ton horse. And one guard trips and falls. The horse falls on his legs, and his legs are broken. And the Joker comes in, who was, like I said, was torturing the guards at the Arkham Asylum, saying, "Oh, now the horse is ruined." He shoots the horse in the brain. He says, "Well, what are you going to do about Steve, the guy who fell on the horse?" Shoots him right in the brain, too. So the Joker, this isn't his usual style. He's a lot different. And then it switches to the other guards run back to get the other horse for this party. And then the Joker talks to the Riddler. He calls him Eddie. He says, "Why haven't you got out of here? You could have been 10 steps ahead of everyone. You don't need to be here. You could have left 10 years ago." And then the Riddler says, "Yes, of course." And the Joker says, the Joker gets one of his gas balls and throws it inside the cell. And now the Riddler is trapped in Joker's toxin, he's either going to die unless he gets out of the cell. And like the Joker said, he always could find a way how to get out, and the Riddler got out in less than 5 seconds. And he says, "There were 46 ways to get out of that cell, Joker, and only 4 met the requirements." Because the Joker only gave him a certain amount of time. And, well, the Joker and the Riddler got out, and the Joker just talks to the Riddler saying, "Here is what my plan is." And Joker wrote everything that's going to happen in Death of the Family on a piece of paper, like his plan for Batman and the Batman family. And he wrote it on Jeremiah Arkham's doctoral diploma. Now, Jeremiah Arkham is the owner of Arkham Asylum. And the Riddler, before he opens up to read it, it says, "I think I can guess what you have planned, Joker. I've known you long enough." And he stops and says, "I don't understand." So not even the Riddler understands Joker's plan. And that's pretty intense. And now the Joker says, "It's not for you to understand, my boy. It's just for me and him. But trust me, you're going to want to come along for the ride. This is going to be something to remember." And then it says, "To be continued." And that's all for today. And now, what is going to happen is who's going to die. 'Cause someone is going to die in Death of the Family. And I think personally, I think it's going to be Damian. Yes, you might think, oh, Alfred's obviously going to die. But I think Batman's going to save Alfred. Alfred's going to live, and Damian's going to die. Why do I think Damian's going to die? Now, I think Damian's going to die because of, if you haven't saw these, but you can go on DC Comics website, and Batman issue number 18, first issue 17 and 18 have not had a cover with Damian inside of it. Like Damian on the front cover. And number 18 definition is, you cannot miss this. And that's all it says. Nothing else. So, who will be the new Robin? If Damian does die, who will be the new Robin? Will it still be Damian, but not the same Damian? Will it be a whole new Robin? Someone we already know? A former Robin? All this we'll find out in, I guess, Batman 17, or Batman Robin 18. So, that's all for today. Please like and subscribe to ZT Comic Videos. And I'll see you in my next review, which will be Batman and Robin, issue number 15. Thank you, and I'll see you later.